What's up, YouTube? It's Black Society TV. Man, I just want to talk about Charlie Kirk again, man. Um, After I did some reviewing of videos on this guy and trying to see what he really was about, because the way that all these people talk about him, it's like he's some great guy that was up there with the likes of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and some of the greats like that. Um, the way they talk about him was like he's some god. And so I went back and I looked at some videos on this guy. And man, I was very troubled. I was very troubled. This is a guy that I thought they were looking up to this guy for a good reason. Till I started seeing all the black rhetoric he spewed, calling black women moronic and saying that Justice Thomas is above Malcolm X. Above Martin Luther King. That Martin Luther King don't deserve to be put up there as a god or treated like a god or seen as this top person. The guy said that Juneteenth is not a federal holiday when indeed the president made it Joe made it a federal holiday. And then he said, "Yeah, I'm going to work." So it seemed like to me this guy really had a problem with black people, like to down Martin Luther King, a person who fought for everyone, not just black people, for everyone's freedom, and for him to be having on a shirt saying freedom, which Martin Luther King fought for, and then bashing Martin Luther King is crazy work. I did not know that this guy was doing that. I had no idea who he was until after I went and looked at some of his videos. Uh, I guess you reap what you sow, And like I said, I'm still like this. I'm not into nobody killing nobody, murdering them for saying what they want to say. All of us should have the right to say what we want to say. Uh, but to down black people like that, to talk about black people how this man did, to make it seem like we're just these animals, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, and I went back and I looked, this guy was really going at black people. He really was. Like, man, come on. Come on. Just to be unalived and murdered by one of his own. The people who you loved, you uplifted, you fought for. You said was the dominant race. You said that black people were stupid, was dumb. I did not know this man said all this until I went back and looked at his videos. And I'm like, what in the... This man was a full-on supremacist. When I went back and looked at it, I said, wow, he really was leading a nation to hate black people. He was leading a nation to hate black people. He even said on one podcast, I got this black woman who, and I don't even know, this moronic black woman. I don't even know how she got a job. Is it because did she get it, for qualities, or did she get it because she's black? I mean, I don't know. This man really hated black people, and he was bringing up, and y'all wonder why so much hate. Y'all wonder why we have so much hate. People like him that was starting hate groups, just starting hate groups. When you talk bad about black people, all you do is make other people hate them. And this is what he was doing. This is what y'all was praising him for. Wow. Wow. And the people who follow him, y'all disgusting too. The ones who followed this guy, and how he was talking about black people and downing black people and starting all this stuff about black people and saying this and that, making us seem like we're the worst people on this earth. The people who follow him, y'all disgusting too. Because that guy, to even the things he was saying, and anyone who say he was right, you dead wrong. For him to say that about Martin Luther King is just downright disgusting. Downright disgusting. And only a disgusting person would say something like he said about Martin Luther King. Now y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.